You can also see he has quite a bit of hay for sale last year. So those bales are pretty tight. And so pretty happy to get them. Well, I'm down here in the boonies of Greene County getting another load of 14 big round bales. Don't need all 14, but the price was right, so just going ahead and getting that many to get them loaded. Really nice guy that I'm getting this hay off of. So I put 10 on the bottom of the trailer and then 4 on the top. Putting on the last bale on this 14 bale load. And I am 99.9% sure this will be the last hay that I will use this spring. Well, as I start a new video, I've got some new tires on order for my gator. They're in, so I got to get these off and get them in. And I can tell you one thing, this DeWalt Impact has been a lifesaver. One of my better investments. Good morning, everyone. I've done my cow heat check this morning on this Memorial Day, and notice that I have one that I'll need to breed tonight. Turn the camera around. Also came down and where my hay rake was parked and hooked it up to take it home. And I'm pretty sure, according to the weather, I don't need it anytime soon. But it is hooked up. Again, it was serviced before I put it away last winter. So I'll get this hay rake brought home and just wait for a 4-day window to bale hay. I know I've often talked about heat detection in cows, and I don't know whether I can get this filmed or not, but cow 323, which is the one with that little small baldy calf right beside her, and that's a bull calf, and she is in heat. And I'll give you a couple of examples, maybe. But all those young bull calves are following her, and other cows have been riding her, and you can see that estrus alert patch on back, which again is like lottery scratch-off tickets. You can see that it is bright green, and normally they're gray until they're being ridden, and it's like they scratch that gray off, and that's what's left. So this cow right here will be bred this evening. And you can see this bull calf right here is following her, and then she has a buddy cow here that is following her. And I've always said cows have buddy cows, and they'll just buddy up with certain cows. So that's what I'm observing this morning. Okay, the cow that I had in the morning video, she is up and in the chute. So I'm going to start getting the semen ready to go out to the chute to get her bred. Okay, what I'm breeding that cow to is a Simmental bull that Griswold is one of the owners. It's called On the Run. He is a baldy. And this is a commercial cow. So, got my AI glove. Get my paper towel ready. And actually, I have to run into the house to get some Sisterellin that I always give them after breeding. Okay, I've got my Sisterellin. Make sure my AI gun is warmed up. When I say warmed up, you know, that semen needs to be 94 to 98 basically. And so I need to make sure that my insemination rod, so I just hold it at my cheek. If it feels warm, I know it's good enough. So I'll go over and get the semen out of the warmer. I wipe off all the water, and then I also make sure that it's not exposed to the sun. Have the sheath in the gun or on the gun, and I'm going to put this down inside my waist so that I know it stays warm. So there's the estrus alert patch that you can see is that bright yellow or orange or green or whatever you want to call it. And I'll try and get this set up to where you can see what I'm doing. Easy girl, easy girl. So to explain, I've went in and I've got a hold of the cervix. And once I get the center of the cervix and I get the rod passed through, you can't feel the rod while it's in the cervix, but you can feel the tip of it as soon as it passes through. So I slowly move my rod back and forth a little bit, and then at the very end, I do that, release the rest of it, and I always twist the rod because I was told years ago that if you pull it straight out, it forms like a suction and you can pull the semen right back out. So she was fairly easy to breed. And the final step is to give her a shot of Sisterellin, which will release that egg just a little bit quicker, and I'll take this estrus alert patch off of her. Okay, then the final step is I write it in my little record book that I have in my AI kit. Then I come over here to my whiteboard and I add the information on my whiteboard as well. And I also put it on a computer spreadsheet once I get back in the house. So that's the breeding scenario, and that is going to end up being the first calf of March, unless the bull breeds some that I missed. Okay, dropped off another set of cows and calves in at the summer pasture.
Hold that door open and close it.
So I think that makes 16 or 17, and 14 of them are pairs. And then I also gave loot shots to 5 head that hasn't come in heat yet, so we'll see what happens there. Another task out of the way, and I'm glad to get this job done. It is hot and humid today. Well, a project is kind of a pain. Replacing pickup teeth on the baler, and they're not cheap. I got a box of 10. They were $190, and it's just hard to get to them. No matter what you do, you got to lay underneath the baler to do it. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. Hey folks, it is a Thursday afternoon, and I am hitting the hayfield for the first time in 2026. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's not too wet with all the rain we've had. So we shall see. Last fall, I put a ton of lime per acre on this field. And then this spring, I put about 180 pounds to the acre of triple 19. And I'm not sure I got it down in time for this first cutting, but hopefully it'll benefit the second cutting. It always speeds the process up when you can run 2 tractors. So that's a Massey Ferguson 283, basically the same disc mower that I'm running on my 5090M. .22 acres cut down. Heading home. Well, as you can see, this isn't always a good thing when you see the John Deere truck sitting in your driveway. So the AC went out, clutch went out on the compressor. So it is being worked on now, so I had to make a parts run for the tech. Got the parts here. Hopefully I'll have some air so I can get back to the hayfield soon. Cutting hay today. Acres that I'm tedding. Don't like to work on Monday, but I'll probably bale this tomorrow. I have another 15 acres that I cut up the road from my house. Well, folks, that's going to be a wrap of this week's video. And I have, I think, about 30 acres of hay laying on the ground. And I'll turn this camera around, and I'm going to end this week's video with a view with the drone of the hayfield. So 22 acres here of mine, and then the neighbors had 8 to 10 acres that I cut on the shares. Bale this hopefully tomorrow, and theirs on Monday. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hit that like button, subscribe, and again, I'm getting close to my 1,000 subscribers. Hope you enjoyed this week's video. I can't even remember what's on it until I edit it and post it on YouTube. Thanks, everyone, and enjoy the drone footage.